Okay, so welcome back again, and this is the Chipmaster, and in this video I will be doing another repair video on a Apple. It's an old school MacBook Air A1466. Right, so it's an A1466 as you can see there, and the complaint that it's not turning on. Right, I got it from another tech, and he said it's not turning on and it's a bit urgent, so if I can put some urgency on this repair for his customer. Alright, so I'm going to see what I can do. Alright, so I'm going to plug in the power. As you all know, the MagSafe. Right, the current is that's what, like 10 or 15 milliamp, but I'm not getting any lights. I remove it, it goes back to 0 again. I'm not getting a light. I'm not getting the green light, no standby light, so I'll have to take it apart to see what's going on inside. Alright, first let me just do an examination, a visual inspection as usual. Alright, so this is the hard disk or the SSD. Alright, looking at the LCD section here, removing this piece of plastic or the hook connection, and all seems well on this side. There's no corrosion, any liquid intake over this side. This is the Wi-Fi / Bluetooth, or I can call it the airport adapter, and there's no visual damage there. Alright, in the CPU core section here, alright, there's no burn, especially on these tantalum solid capacitors, and all is well. Alright, let's take a look at over the DC jack area here. Alright, I'm not seeing any form of liquid intake or any explosion on this side, and on this side where we have the card reader chip here, all is well. So I'm going to take out the board and examine the next side, and I feel that I can find some liquid intake on the other side, because these models are known because the vent, which is here, always takes in liquid. So this is the weak spot, right? So this part is vulnerable to heat, dust, or anything to come into the laptop, causing damage to the board. Alright, so I remove the battery and this I/O cable, PC jack, webcam, the airport, the LCD, speakers, alright, keyboard. Let me remove the battery because the battery is over the keyboard cable, so I don't want to tear or break the pins on the keyboard. No, keyboard screws here. After 7. Alright, so I can move the keyboard now and the backlight for the keyboard. Five minutes in the video. Okay, so the board is out. So I'm going to flip the next side. I don't want to flip it yet because I just feel like there's going to be some liquid corrosion somewhere at the top edge of the board. Are you ready? After three, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. As I flip the board, I see right along the EC section there. Look at that. All that debris, it's even going under the chip. It seems like some insect. Right here. I have some here. I have right under the EC here. Where else? This side is good. Just dust. Right. This is the CPU power supply. That's just some dust on this side. And the RAM termination resistors there and capacitors are all good. Right. But right here have some liquid corrosion and the EC. So I have a lot of cleaning to do. I hope I hope the traces are not oxidized. Alright, so I'm going to measure for PP 3.42 rail if it is shorted or not. This is the main standby 3 volts for the embedded controller, and it serves as a pull-up voltage for other I2C lines to use and so forth. So I'm measuring the PP 3.42 section and I get 297, that's good. PP bus, I get 3, 125, 126. Alright, that's good. But my fault is here. So I'm going to go under the microscope for a deeper inspection. Alright. Oh my God. This is not looking good. I'm gonna see if I can let me see here as well. Alright, so the solder joints are corroded, so that means the solder joints are not in proper solder joints are not good. Okay. I have a lot of resistors and capacitors to resolder. I won't do this under the camera. I will have to pause because this will take a lot of time and be bored. Well, for the micro-soldering purpose would be a more educational way to show those who doesn't know how to micro-solder, to solder micro-solder components, micro components. Alright, so let me see if I can clean here. Seems this thing goes under the embedded controller as well. Here as well. I think I got a good clean so far. Right here we have an oxidation here, so I'll have to clear this oxidation and then solder the new resistors. Here is not so bad, so I'll just scrape off all the residue. And then I should be done with this repair, hopefully. I hope the EC is not broken. Alright, so I'm going to replace all these resistors because the solder joints are basically gone, so I'm just removing them with my multimeter because these are all dead. Then I will use the board view and then see what happens. Okay, so now I have finally replaced the capacitors and corresponding resistors. As you can see, it was a lot of work. Right, so I had to took them. I didn't took them from down the board. I took them from the resistor book that I have with different resistance and just put them on one by one. Right, and here as well, and these are for the touchpad, so these were very important resistors. Right, so I've put them back. Right, and I didn't see any more liquid, so those were the only two places that the liquid spill went. Right, so I'm going to connect the power now. And see what I get. Right, so I'm going to connect the power. Alright, so I will connect the MagSafe. Let me zoom out some more. Alright, so I'm going to connect the power, as you can see now. Alright, so I get, oops. think it turns on. That sounds like assurance. That's what I want. Alright, so I'm going to connect the MagSafe again. There we go, I have lights. Turns orange, and the current DC is 600 milliamp, 590 milliamp. The fan is spinning, as you can see. Alright, 600, 400, so the display is there. Whenever the display reaches 440 milliamp, then the display is there. So everything is okay, right? So I'm going to assemble the unit, right? And then that should be a complete job. Alright, so the unit is now assembled. Alright, so I'm going to connect the small board here. This is the I/O cable. Alright, ready? Alright, let's go. You hear that sound? That sound is called assurance. Alright, the battery is also charging. Let's see if we get a click. Yes, I get a click, so the touchpad is working. Perfect. Alright, so I got a click and I got image, and the battery is now charging. I get 2.5 amperes, so that indicates that everything is okay with the board now. Alright, so I hope you enjoy. I had to skip out all that part because it would be long and drawn out. Right, so in the next video, well, tomorrow I'll be live streaming, so I'll see you tomorrow in the live stream.